Okay, so this is the bonus video. If you finished quickly this last activity, and we can continue with this video. In this video, we're going to learn how to give color to my Minecraft character that you have here. So again, it's important that you have a reference image right there, so you can see exactly where the colors go or what kind of colors you're going to give to your character. Now, there are many ways you can do this. I'm going to show you the simple. It's not the fastest. There are faster ways to do it, but a faster way needs more knowledge and more practice. So I'm going to show you not the fastest way, but the easiest, I believe. So what we're going to do right now is, first of all, we're going to start with the head. Okay? You'll have to imagine what is going on with the head behind of this guy, because you cannot rotate this image and see for yourself what is happening behind the stiff Minecraft. Okay, but I am pretty sure you can do it on your own. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the cube, okay, and we're going to enter a new mode, or edition mode. That's the way it's called, an edit mode. It is called, actually, okay, to make sure we can subdivide the faces. Remember, we were talking about faces, and you know that a cube has 6 faces, but we need to divide those faces into more pieces, more smaller individual faces. They're not going to move. Apparently it's not going to become another object, but one where there is one face, there are, at the end you're going to have 24 faces in one face. So 24 per 6, that is going to give you the total of the faces on your cube. So how are you going to do it? So select the cube and enter edit mode right here. Okay, again, edit mode is in the left upper corner. So you enter by clicking on the option that it says edit mode. So you're going to see that everything is changing, and now I cannot select these objects. I cannot select the hand or the leg or the torso. What I can select is every element on the cube that I am editing. Okay, it's important that you understand that. If you want to select any of the other objects that are outside of this, you have to exit edit mode. To exit edit mode, you click here and you go to object mode. Now, object mode, again, that is the basic mode. It's the mode that lets you select any object on your project. If you want to edit a specific object, you have to select the object and go to edit mode. Okay, so in edit mode, we're going to subdivide the faces. How do you subdivide the faces? Well, with one of these tools. Actually, it's this one. Okay, is this one? No, it's just the loop code. It is. Oh yeah, it's actually this one. This is the tool you're going to use to create loop cuts like this, like this. But there's something here that we don't know yet. Okay, we don't know how many cuts you're going to do. And the way you're going to define that is by looking at the grid on the face of this little guy. And what I mean is this. Just let me activate my annotations. Where is it? I want to annotate. Okay. Now look at this guy. Now, how many divisions do you need to have this guy? Well, you need one here. Sorry if my lines are a little crooked. There's another one there. There is another line that goes through here, and this line goes down here, and this line goes down here, and this line goes down here. I think I need a stylus to do this. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to identify how many rows and how many columns of pixels I have here. I think you're getting the idea. It doesn't matter that my lines are crooked, not perfectly straight lines. That's a little bit better. And this one is right here. Okay. So for the segments, for the rows, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 segments. And also for the horizontals, or sorry, for the verticals, it's going to be something similar. So I have 1, I have 2, I have 3. I think you get the idea. Just let me do this very quickly. How many do we have here? Okay, and of course these ones go in the into the perspective right here, right here, right here, and right here. So again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 by 8, and that is going to happen with every face. 8 by 8 in all the faces. So let me just go back a little bit. Yes. And we're going to do it like this. Make sure your cube is in edit mode. And I'm going to use the shortcut to activate this tool. The shortcut is Control R. With Control R, you're going to activate the loop cut or the subdivision for this cube. I'm going to subdivide these faces. So if you move your cursor and you get near to an edge, you have to get near to an edge to make these yellow lines appear. So if I get near to this edge, the upper edge, in the middle, you're going to see one yellow line. If I click, I'm not clicking, but if I click there, I'm going to create two faces. I have to move it, of course, to adjust, and I click again, and then I have now where there was one face, now I have two faces. But that's not what I want. I need 8 faces across and 8 faces from down to bottom. So again, Control R to activate, and with the scroll wheel of my mouse, I'm going to create more divisions, okay, until I have 8. So just count them. Just see if you have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there I have 8 divisions across. I click, and I click again without moving. Okay, and I'm going to do the same, Control R, but now I'm going to get closer to the right edge, this edge right here. So the horizontal lines appear, and I'm going to create 8 divisions. 1, 2, sorry, there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Click and click again. And I'm going to do the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Okay, now I have my cube, and my cube is divided. So the next step here is select the faces and give them a color. So if you select this, look at this. When you are in edit mode, you have these options. If you're not in edit mode, you don't see the options. You see, these options disappear. But when you are in edit mode, you have these 3 little buttons here. The first one, if the first one is activated, you can select vertices. If the second one is activated, you can select edges, individual edges from vertex to vertex, segments. And if you select this, if you activate the third one, you can select faces. This is the one that I need right now because you're going to see your reference image, and we're going to start coloring our object now. For example, I can start with the mouth. The mouth needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces or 6 squares. Starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the mouth, okay? So with these 6 faces selected, now, how do you select multiple faces? Well, you select the first one, and then you press the shift button, and you start clicking away. Click and select. And then you start selecting multiple different faces. I can select a part from there, and I can also deselect by clicking again without without releasing the shift button. But okay, so I have this. How can I give it a color? Well, to give some color to it, you need to access the materials panel. Well, we haven't looked at the panels, but this is just we're going a little bit ahead of ourselves, but it doesn't matter. So look at the material panel. The material panel is this red circle that is right here. And in these material panels, you're going to, with the faces selected, you're going to create a new material. Okay. This material, actually there is one material selected, but we're going to create a new one. You don't move this material. This material is important for something else. So create a new material by clicking on the plus button right here. And you create the slot of the material here. And then you create the new material by clicking the new button here. Now you have material 001, but I want to change the name, and I want to change the name to brown, because we're going to use this brown color for many things, not only the mouth. Like this, it's the mouth and the hair that is color brown. So in this brown thing, I'm going to change my base color, click on this white bar, and find the brown color that you want. Remember that you make brown by going to the yellows or oranges and going darker. Okay, so a orange color, if you go dark enough, it becomes a brown color. So I think this a little bit reddish. That's it. I like this color. I like this brown color. So nothing is changed, not yet. In order to change it, you have to click the button Assign. Okay. Now my colors are assigned to my face, to my mouth, but you don't see it yet because you're not in the right view. Remember, we talked about views. We said that we have the wireframe or the mesh view. This is the mesh view. You change views by clicking on these icons on this right upper corner. So you have the mesh view, you have the solid view, and you have the materials view. Look at this. When I activate materials view, now I can look at my mouth. Okay. And you have to repeat this process over and over again. Now for the nose, I select this too, and I create a new material, click on new again, and select a color for the nose. Okay, I like this color. Okay, I like that one. Now for the eyes are here and here. And this, again, repeat the process. Plus, new, and the color is completely white. And then I click Assign. Don't forget to click Assign. If you don't click Assign, the colors are not going to be assigned. But this is only the white part of the eye, and then I need the blue part of the eye. So I select these two. I click Plus, New. I select a blue color that I like, and then I click Assign. Okay, and now my Steve is taking shape. Don't forget to name your colors. Nose, and this is white eyes, and this is blue eyes. Okay, now the one that it says materials here, we're going to change that to skin, the name, and we're going to select it, and we're going to change the base color to something more fleshy. Okay, what do you want? Maybe something like in a reddish color, probably like this. No, that's too much. That's too yellow. I think I like this color. Okay. Oh my god, this guy's naked. That's not really good. So what happens now? Continue the process. Continue this process until you finish the head. Now I need to color the hair of this guy. So I'm going to enter edit mode and select this this, also this and this and this and this one, and also all of these ones, and the second row, all of the second row, and then one here, and that's it for the front. But also the sides, I have the hair up to this, and then everything in here is going to be the same brown color, and everything in here it's the same brown color also, and brown goes all the way down, and also apparently here, and also here. This is like, I don't know about you, but this is relaxing for me, very relaxing. And I think we got it. Yes, I think we do get it. So with this guy selected, I'm going to select the color brown that I already created. I don't have to create a new color because this is the same color that I have. So I select the color brown and I click on assign. And right now I have something that looks like a head. But you see, I need to color this side and also this back side. That's why I'm telling you it's a long process. It's not the fastest, not the fast way, but it's a good way to do it. Now, when you finish the head, all you have to do is something very similar, but this time with the torso and with your hands and with your legs. So right now I can select both. Sorry, I can select this leg and I'm going to create a new color. This color is going to be, the name is going to be jeans, and I'm going to create or select a color that looks blue like jeans and assign. Okay, now I select the other one, and it's not going to be here because materials are separated by object. But if you click in this little icon here, you're going to see all the materials in your project. So you can import materials from one object to another by using this menu. So I select jeans, and that's it. I have jeans again. Okay, now the torso. I select this. This is going to be called torso, and the torso it's like this. I think it's something similar to this. So I assign. Remember, to assign a color, you need to have faces selected. And to select faces, you need to be in edit mode. If you're not in edit mode, you won't be able to do it. And here, I'm going to make this cut. This is the tool that we talked about at the beginning. This, you go into edit mode, then you click Ctrl R, you approach one of the edges, you click, and then you slide. And that's it. So why am I sliding? Well, because I want to select only these faces, and I'm going to color these faces the same color as the torso. Same color as the torso. Yeah, it's no problem. Now I'm going to select this, and I'm going to create a new slot and select the skin, and I'm going to assign. Yep. So again, in this time I'm going to do it differently. I don't do extra steps. Again, I select all the faces here. I create a new slot for the material, and I select the torso, and then I assign. And that's it. Okay. Now I have something that it looks very similar to a Minecraft Steve. So I still need more detail. If I look at my reference images, there is a neckline here. It's the same color of the skin. And then it has shoes. I don't have the shoes. And also the pants go all the way up to the torso, to an area just around here. But I'm not doing that. And I realized that my Minecraft Steve is way too white. This guy is a different color, and this guy needs to go out to the sun because it's been in quarantine for many months now, just like you and me. All right, so that's it. That is the extra, the bonus lesson. We're going to take a look at materials in more detail in following classes, in more classes later, in the future, the very close future. Okay, but for now, this is a good introduction to materials. Okay, thank you very much, guys. If you have any questions, just ask me. I am right here waiting for any of the questions you may have.